Hello guys, and welcome back to a bit of a 2-in-1 video. A fleet update, as a few of you have requested. I'm going to attempt to remember back to a few cars ago and give you updates on them, and a new car that I've purchased for a necessity. This is a necessity, this is not a feeling sorry for a car, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'll get to that in a minute. So I want to go back. I'm trying to think as far back as I can. The Jag S-Type, right, update on that. I did 2 videos on that. That obviously was my landlord's car, and it was just one step too far for me, as I explained in my video, where it was, all the rest of it. So that one went. At that time, I don't know if a few of you recognised that I got my C-Class Coupe back, the C230. I took it back off Simon, the one that had been in Spain, the one that is in fantastic condition underneath, the best I've ever seen any Mercedes ever. 2002, 22-year-old car, mint. And when David's S-Type packed in, he was after a bit of a luxury badged Mercedes, automatic, but something a bit smaller than the Jag. He absolutely loved it. He wanted something far newer, but he fell in love with that car, and again, I just let him have it. It pretty much what it orders, just to get it out the way, because at the time it was just a car too many. Keeping content coming for the channel as well, of course. And then I had the A6, which is no. And what did I get again? I got the CRV. I got the newer shape CRV. So anyways, to the A6, one of my subscribers wanted that. He took it. And he was one who had the TT. And I got the little TT, absolutely loved it, bit of fun. Was never going to be a practical car for the fleet. And again, one of my friends and a subscriber, he took the TT. I just let him have it at cost price, what it owed me, just to keep the cars turning over. I don't do this, guys. If I did this to make profit, I would turn it into a full-time business, but it isn't. It's just a bit of fun. It's just to keep content coming. And as you know, I've got an eye to pick up some stuff I class as interesting to me. You might think it's boring, but I do like to find the odd rarity in decent car, you know. So yeah, the TT was fantastic. That's still getting used to this day. That went to Robert. Not Robert, where's that come from? The Paul. Then what did I get? Yes, I had the Mark III CRV. Loved it. And if you remember back to my old Civic, my Mark 8 Civic, he had that for a few years anyways, and something went wrong with the engine. I don't know what went on. It had a bad misfire, all the spark plugs were burnt out. I don't know if he had put some dodgy fuel in it or something. And it was his daughter's wedding down in Bath. He was desperate, absolutely desperate for another car, but he loved that one. And he's like, "What, do you know anybody selling anything?" I said, "Not really." I said, he says, "What's that? Is that your CRV?" I was like, "Yeah." He says, "Do you want to sell it?" He said, "I would love one of those." I'm like, "Well, not really." Again, I just spent a lot of money on the Mark III CRV, the ID Tech one, loved it. And he was stuck in a rut. I couldn't, he would have went out and bought some absolute trash just to get away to his daughter's wedding. And he basically said, he goes, "Look, Dan," he said, "whatever it owes you, whatever, let us know." He took it. He took that the same day. So I had the Civic. I don't know if I put that on a video or not. I don't think I did. But I just sold the Civic for spares and repairs. That just went away. I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. I think it was just an injector that had went. But nah, it just wasn't for me. It's already been on the channel, had its time. So that was that one. Trying to think, after the TT, the CRV, yeah, got the Saab. I've still got to put a video out on that. Love it. I've just done 350 mile this weekend in it. Perfect. Love that car. Me Golf, the estate, that went to one of my friends. I don't actually know what he's done with that yet. I haven't spoken to him for a while. What else did I have? I think I had something else. Was a PD, wasn't it? What was that again? I'm going to have to pause and have a think. That's what it was. It wasn't a Volkswagen. It was the PD engine in the Lancer. Again, it's gone to one of my customers. He absolutely loves that. He watches the channel as well, Lenny. I believe the brakes, had a few problems with the brakes. They've been sorted. That's where the Lancer went. And his Focus. Yes, if you remember that, the Focus Saloon, the gear one. That, again, went to one of my customers. He's coming in with that in a couple of weeks. Customers, I'm meaning customers of the actual garage that I run, not of the channel. These are, these are people in need of cars and stuff. They know that I wouldn't buy a bad car myself. So that's where that went. And like I say, I've got my Saab, done all the work on that, absolutely love it. I'm just trying to think what else there was. Still got my ZX, obviously, still got the ML, love it. Got the Saab. Trying to think. I'm just getting back off my oldest today. But yeah, so anyways, this is where we're at the fleet at the minute. We've got the ZX, which we all know. Obviously, we know the Clio in Harley. That is a fantastic car, but I'm debating moving that on to somebody who's going to appreciate it, because I'm just thinking, I've run out of time this year. It's been that busy for shows. The poor ZX hasn't even been out anywhere other than being MOT'd. Waste of time having it, in my opinion, but I don't think I'd want to sell it. If anybody out there wanted to buy it, make us an offer, but I don't think I would want to, really, unless the money was really good for that one. I don't think it's worth selling it. So that's the ZX, and I've gotten this Clio, which is fantastic, and I wanted to take it to a few shows alongside with Chris, but I just don't know if I'm going to have time this year. We'll see. But I'm actually deciding, if anybody does want to make a genuine offer on that Clio, bear in mind, there's hardly any of them were sold in the UK, and I believe most of them were automatic, and this is a manual. I believe it's quite a rarity. Make us an offer. Let us just know if you're interested in it. Speak to us if it's something you're interested in. I'm going to get to it because of what I'm sat in here. A few of you might have guessed. So, what it is, at the minute, as it stands, ZX, the ML, the Clio, the Saab 9.3 Aero. Love that car. Like I said, it's been fantastic this weekend. And I've had to purchase this. I've had to. You might think you don't have to, Dan. I've worked it out. I sort of have to. My partner's dad is arranged, we're going to go to the lakes in the beginning of September, and it's like a log cabin. Now, we've never done this before as a group, as a family. Now, I go everywhere, we're in the caravan, we go to the odd hotels, we go abroad on holidays and stuff, but what I've never done, and of course it's on the week my mum and dad are away, so I'm going to have both dogs. I don't think Charlie will be coming, it's in school time anyway, but we're going to have two dogs, Olivia and me and Holly. But the fact that the lodge has got nothing in it, like with our caravan, we'll have a lot of our supplies in the caravan. We'll take two cars with there's still space in the car that I tow the caravan with. But in this case, we've got to fit everything. Now, a few of you might not have dogs and kids and things like that to understand. Now, we're going to a lodge with two dogs. There's nothing there for the dogs. You bring your own stuff. So I'm not only, you've seen the size of me big ass spaniel, Harvey. He's a fair old lump, yeah? So I'm going to have two dogs, and then it's everything that you have with a dog. Two dog beds. I've got to take all the dog food, all the stuff that I need for them. That alone is more than a bootload of stuff. And then I've got Olivia, all of her stuff. Us, me and Holly, all of our stuff. Food, a pram. Now, we've been away this weekend in the caravan with the Saab, and just one dog. Now, what we did, we had in the back the pram and one dog. Bearing in mind, Hunter is a third of the size of Harvey, right? And I looked in the boot at the back, and I said to my partner, I said to Holly, I says, how on earth are we going to fit two dogs, a pram, cases, all the stuff in the back of this Saab? I said, we are just not going to be able to do it. End of story. And with the Saab being the Aero, it doesn't have the roof bars, rails, whatever you want to class them as. Because I was debating taking the roof box off the Mercedes, off the ML I tow the caravan. A few of you will be shouting out there, Dan, use the ML. It's a 4 litre petrol. I've just towed the caravan, I calculated it, 20 miles, okay? Well, just over 20, 23, 24 miles. And I've used £20 of petrol. So, yes, it wouldn't cost us much to buy a car. I get the way I'm doing it. It's technically more expensive, but it would be a waste of money. It would cost a fortune. In case we do happen to get a nice weather, the ML, the aircon doesn't work on it. And like I've said, it's just not a suitable vehicle, because when we're there, we're also going to be doing quite a few miles. We're going to go to Blackpool, we're going to go all around the lakes and all the rest of it. It would just cost an absolute fortune in fuel. So the Saab just isn't big enough, because I can't fit the roof box on it. The Mercedes, the ML, sort of is. But like I've mentioned, I've never took that car that far. It literally only gets used to the caravan, so I'm not sure I would fully trust it without like yes, I know tone's more extreme on the car, but it's only ever, like I've said, 20 mile, 30 mile, if that. Obviously the ZX Clio, definitely not, and Holly's Astra, definitely not, because it's smaller again than the Saab. So I thought to myself, hold on, I need something here, because again, when we're in this lodge, if the weather happens to be bad, Harvey, the big ass spaniel, he doesn't behave. he doesn't settle. So what I'm going to have to do is find somewhere to put them while we're eating. If it's muddy, just to sit if we don't want them in the lodge, you know. So I was thinking, what kind of a car can I get where it's got a big boot, an accessible boot. I need something that I still need to purchase a roof box. I'm not sure if I can be bothered taking the one off the ML. If I can get a one for less than 50 quid, I might just get one anyways. So anyways, I was thinking, I need something with aircon, preferably with cruise control, preferably diesel, preferably with a big enough boot. You never know with this country in September. We could have one of two. We could either be boiling hot, needing aircon, or winter. Snow. Who knows? Mud, and also, I believe it's like you've got to go. There's tracks and stuff like that. I thought, well, maybe some 4-wheel drive. You've probably guessed what it is in a minute. I'll go out and show you. So yeah, I was thinking maybe some as well. An SUV of a type, you know. So obviously, I'm getting this. We'll go out now and have a look, and I'll explain how I've ended up acquiring it. A lot of you will be laughing because it's exactly the same as what I've practically had, just bought a little bit older. So yeah, it's a very, very late Mark II CRV, but it's a diesel one. 07, they were making the newer shape, the Mark IIIs, on an 06. Top of the range, executive. So it's got just about every toy and whistle. And yes, it's got a headlamp washer moment, guys. We'll get to that in a minute. It's had a little bit of an accident here, and it's missing one on there. The headlamps, again, could do with a little bit of a clean up, but generally speaking, it's really tidy. And I've had it in my garage, and the main Achilles heel for these things is rot. And this one, I can't believe how good it is underneath, rot-wise. But we'll just do a quick walk around it. Main thing, like I've mentioned about the roof box, guys, roof bars, fuel ones, proper good quality ones already on it. So I just need to get a roof box and buy some U-clamps, because my Saab doesn't even have rails on here or nothing. I would need specific pads, and they cost a fortune. So I just thought myself, what better than this? It gets a bit better than that, actually, because it's had quite a bit of money spent on it. Main thing is, it's the diesel. It's the i-CTDI, the N22A, not the B, like what was in the other one. But for these, it's quite a good idea. Actually, we've got no DPS to worry about, and it's had all the major jobs done. £1,000 spent on it last year, getting a clutch and flywheel, which is, again, one of the weak points on these, has been done. But generally speaking, it is pretty spotless. And underneath, it's really good. I mean, like, really good. I've never seen many Hondas like that. And trust us, it's like that all the way around. The back axle and everything is fantastic. Have a quick look under here, I'll just show you. That's, even these inner arches are just great. That back axle there, forget that little, like, that bar thing, it's just a cradle. But that back axle's absolutely perfect. So yeah, the main thing is with a Honda is rust, and this just hasn't got it. So that's the main reason I got it, because I know it's going to be a strong car to have. And I thought myself, if I through the winter as well, heated seats, you know, it's got aircon for the summer, sunroof, everything that I need. It's top of the range, 2 brand new front tyres, clutch done. I'll go through what I'm going to do to it in a minute. We'll sit back in the car. It's minging inside, needs a good clean, I'm not going to deny that. But full leather seats, all 4 electric windows, it's not that bad. You know, just that sun, I'll go on the other side. Just needs a little bit of a clean. And I'm going to be lazy, and I'm just going to take it to the valeters and give them 30 quid. But yeah, full leather interior, generally clean, flat floor like the other CRVs, one of the only few cars that have that. Yes, I'm not drink driving, guys. That's actually from the caravan, I've just put it in there. But yeah, nice heated seats, and I love all, we'll get the dashboard in a minute. But the main reason I got this was this idea. Now you see, open this, and it's, yes, I know I need to get the rubber sorted on the, I've just been and bought that in the back, but it's got a huge, big boot to fit everything that I need in, as well as my roof box on the top. Like I said, when we're in the place and the dog starts to misbehave, I need a backup plan. And my backup plan is, obviously, keep the boot shut. I need somewhere to contain them, you see. And clearly, if it's hot or raining, you can't put them outside. If you can't put them in the car if it's too hot. So what's fantastic about this, it's got the split tailgate. So they won't jump out. My dogs are quite well behaved. So what I can do is just keep the barn door tailgate closed, open that. It's also got a sunroof. I can pop the sunroof so there's a bit of airflow through, so I can keep the dogs in the back like that. And I think that's just a fantastic idea to have that. Really, exactly what I couldn't have asked for better, basically. And again, a wide opening door for getting them in and out. And my old boy, he's getting a little bit hard up now. It's easy, nice and low enough for get him in and out. In case you're wondering what's all this, Dan, this is a boot buddy, and I would strongly recommend anybody to buy one. Yes, this is out of an Audi Q7. I'm just going to trim it up and make it fit. I've only paid 20 quid for it. And before you say 20 quid for a bit of plastic, these are like nearly 100 quid, over 100 quid brand new. So I'm going to put that in here. And again, like I've said, it's a bit rough and ready in the back end. He's been using it to do light building work, but it's certainly not hacked off, and it's certainly nothing I'll not be able to, like, you know, not clean. Just looking what's in there, some tools he's left. But yeah, it's perfect. Absolutely, even storage in the door. Perfect for what I need. Just needs a bit of a once over. But it's had a lot of money spent on it. It's mechanically sound and structurally sound, which is perfect. So we'll jump in, and I'll show you just a few little cool features it's actually got. Like I've said, she's a little bit rough and ready in here, but it's had an aftermarket thing fitted, like a proper tablet, because I can connect it to the internet on my phone, and you can go on Google Maps, you can do everything. It's got Bluetooth, music streaming. It's not just some cheapo one, and it's even got a working. Will it work? Probably not, because I haven't got the ignition on. There, reversing camera. Don't know how that's showing up. It's even got the reversing camera, which was a lot more than I expected, to be fair. Again, a fridge. Proper cool box. And yes, guys, they are a proper insulated cool box that work off the aircon, and they really do work. Just to stick a bottle of pop in, or 2 little cans. Just good ideas. I just like that. And I like these. Yes, it's a bit weird, but I like weird. It's just cool. I like it. Like I've said, leather seats, armrests, perfect. Heated seats, aircon. I've just had a gas. Wait, it was already working anyway, but my pal has just given us a shout. Hence, what the BR was for. Is he's done a service on it, so it's got the new oil and Pag oil and all the rest of it in. So it's absolutely freezing. I've actually had to turn the flipping thing down because it's like a fridge blowing on us here. So yeah, so that's ideal for what I want. It's a bit worn off on there, but it's a 6-speed manual, perfect, and it has only done not many miles, 116,000 miles. Very low for one of these. And again, it's got all the little extra toys that I want. Cruise control, perfect. Sunroof. And yeah, guys, it's been a while since I've had a car with a sunroof, and I'm not going to lie, I'm slightly chuffed, because you look back at some of the cars I've had a few panoramic roofs and stuff, but I've never had a sunroof lately, and I'm quite over the moon with that. So like I've said, low mileage. It's got the usual traction control, even electric folding mirrors that work. They're just nice, lots of little features on it. Yeah, but I'm over the moon, because not many of these come with cruise. It's quite a rare feature to have on one of these. Is cruise control. I'm going to turn that ignition off, and it sounds absolutely sweet. So I'm pretty sure that you'll understand. With a bit of my titivating, I'll have this up to spec in no time. Get me roof. If I don't take the roof box off the ML, I will find one cheap enough. So I've gotten a boot buddy to put in for the dogs at the back. It's perfect for when we're there. Roof box, storage, perfect, and that'll, I'll be able to fit everything in that I need. It's a perfect car to use when I'm there, for many reasons. Like I've said, mainly it'll get good miles per gallon, loads of power, being a diesel. So what work am I going to do to this? Bar a good clean. It's due a service. It's nothing. Oil filter, air filter, pollen filter, fuel filter, no problem. May service the rear diff. There's no symptoms of it. I've been going around in this car park, and there's no snatching or nothing like that. So that I may do that. We'll see. I was debating getting a remap, because it's got 140 brake horsepower. With a remap, it goes to nearly 190 brake. Quite nice that, and get the EGR wiped out. But again, don't want to get into silly spending. I think we'll just keep it of a nice service. It's due MOT in 1 month. I've already had it on the lift and checked it last week. No problems at all. And when I bought it, the guy had problems with it not starting. And he's had a guy come out and take the alternator off, have it reconditioned. Believe it or not, where I actually am here now in Blythe, and refitted it. So it's got a brand new reconditioned starter motor, fully reconditioned. And the intake pipe was split as well. and the guy has fitted a new intake pipe because he was just going to get it done. And on my word, hopefully it all goes right, he went out and bought a Mark III, a late Mark III like the one I had. He was gutted, absolutely gutted. He missed out buying mine, but he's actually getting himself a nice one. So he had already arranged to have the work done on this. I'll quickly show you actually, because I'm not too happy at it. And I hope he hasn't paid too much to the guy. If the guy's watching this, mate, are you blind? Like, seriously, I'm just going to pause it and I'll show you. So, first up, these were missing. These were missing, it's no big deal. I'm just going to get some 10 mils and stick them on, it'll be fine. But this pipe here, the intake pipe was split. Funny enough, like my CRV, and he's getting a second-hand one. And the guy hasn't even tightened the... Yes, I'm driving it, but I'm not going far on it. He hasn't even tightened the clip. You know, he hasn't even put the airbox back in properly. But more concerning, this metal bracket down here, which I'm telling you is heavy gauge metal, was in the fans. And you can see there's a bolt hole down there, and the other part of it goes at the bottom of here. Like, this goes into there, that hole goes into there. And he just left it like that. And I'm thinking, what sort of a person are you to take money off somebody and leave a job like that? Guys, I couldn't sleep at night doing that to somebody. Like a huge... I can't explain that as very heavy gauge. That's not the thickness of like an exhaust pipe. That metal is like that thick. And if that got ingested into the fans, which I have been using the air conditioner on it, it would have absolutely wiped it out. I don't know what... Because I said to him, I said before, I've just been away on holiday for a week. And he says, he's been away as well. And he says, oh, look, I'm going to get this sorted so it'll be done when you get back. And I said, the only thing is, I said, before we agree a deal, I just want to check that work. And I even showed him, I took a video of it and sent him it. And he's not happy. I think he's going to have a word with the guy and ask him, what's he doing? So anyways, that's basically what I need to do. And thank you, Stephen. I just passed his garage before and we found two little nuts, bolts, which were missing. I thought they would have just been lying in the car, but they weren't. That were missing. So I'll put that on when I get time. So yeah, that's all we're going to do. And luckily, these are the proper CRVs. They've got the fuel filter up here, so it's lovely. Fuel filter, air filter, oil filter. Beautiful to work on these. I'm not sure where the pollen filter is, but we'll get that sorted. But yeah, that's that. But you will be noticing I've got a little thing. I don't know whether to fix this or not, but it's quite a cool idea. It's not an idea, it's just been broken. And I actually cut it off because it was a really sharp edge. So now it's perfectly fine. Yes, it serves no purpose of cleaning the headlamp anymore. But to be honest, I think it might be a bumper off job to get that piece out, maybe. I don't know. But I want to show you something. So we're all like a headlamp washer moment, but this one takes it one step further. And it's quite a good idea, because when there's somebody that you really don't like, or a really, really pesky cyclist, this serves a good purpose. Now, I failed with the Clio. I did fail with the Clio on the headlamp washer moment. But with this one, window down, we'll see, shall we? So you can see this one will work, but just watch over there. I'm going to probably get soaked here. So yeah, the headlamp washers work. And that one works very well. That's actually gone right into the fence. So if you don't like somebody, you can have a 6-foot fountain of water that sprays out of the car. So yeah, let's just say that would sort that would sort a few people out if you didn't like them. Let's just say I'd actually hit the fence. I'm going to turn the lights off before. Yes, of course it doesn't serve any purpose of cleaning the headlamp, but yeah, might have to get me dad or Holly with that one. Just say, can you just go and stand at the front of the car? There's something leaking or something like that. I wouldn't do that, it would be cool. But yeah, a cool little feature. The only main things I've spotted with it, there's 2 dents in the roof up there. Personally, guys, I think a lot of people get so caught up in minor things on low value cars. There's a dent there. Like I said, the sunroof, great. It's lovely having the sunroof. But yeah, what do you think? Oh, sorry, yes, back tyre isn't great, this one. Definitely be getting that sorted. And this one, he let it run flat for some reason, and he's knocked up a perfectly good tyre for nothing. I just don't think I'll be quite too happy driving to the lakes with that. So 2 back tyres because the front ones are new. And guys, I'm a sucker for a 4x4 with a wheel on the back, just because why not? I just think it's a good idea. So I've waffled on long enough, and that's, believe it or not, there's a table in the back of this. I will show it on a different video. Something pulls out the back and it actually has a proper inbuilt table. I just want to show you part of it. The thing is, I've got this thing in the boot, so I can't really show. Then down here, you put in this comes out, and it's an actual table. You actually it has got a proper fitted table in it, which I didn't even know these had. So yeah, so what do you think of it? What do you think? I'm going to see what I'm going to do about it. I'm going to keep it for September when we go to the lakes, and then once we get back from the lakes, I don't want to sell the Saab. I love the Saab, but it's a diesel. It'll be quite a good daily, and when it comes to bad weather, it'll work well. I've asked my partner if she wants it. She can have it if she wants it. I just think it's an all-round good car. You might be looking at it going, oh, it looks a bit rough here and there. Trust us, I'll have this thing turned around in no time. So yeah, let us know what you think. There was a bit of a fleet update. A few people have asked. Sorry if I've waffled on, but I need to explain things. Now I want to get back home now. I'm sick. I'm up at 6:30 this morning, packing everything away in the caravan, and I've been sweating. It's been like, it was touching 32 degrees, 34 degrees, so it said on the temperature gauge on the cars. When you're sitting in direct sunlight, by God, it's been a hot day. You might say I'm slightly red. I just want to get home, sit down, put my feet up. It's getting late to start with now anyway, so but yeah, I'll catch you all soon. Remember, guys, if you haven't hit the subscribe, please, I'm sick of asking. You know, I feel like I'm like pestering you, but if you haven't done it, please just help us out and hit it. I do all this for you. Hit the like. If you haven't already done so, leave a comment. Just, you know, it takes a little while to get back, but it does help. And you all know I very much appreciate, especially the people who go the extra step further for buying me the coffee and the super thanks. I really do appreciate that. And I'll catch you all on the next video. And I have got a load of ones backed up to do the work I've done on all them cars. I'm sorry I haven't put them on. The TT, the Mark III CRV, the A6, I think there's even some stuff. Oh, it goes right back to the XC90. I just haven't had time. I really need to sit. And what I might do, guys, I've been watching a few people have a break from YouTube. And what I might do, because I haven't got time at the minute for the vlogs, I might pull out some stuff out of what I've got backed up on there and put it on. I used to start the channel doing a lot of reviews. I've got like 20 reviews of random stuff that's come in, from Mercedes Sprinters to Transit Vans to Skoda Rapids to what else have I got? Renault Kangoo on there. Just random stuff that used to come in the garage. I used to take them all after I'd done work on it and take them around the back of the garage and do a review on them. A Dan's review, Cardiff Garage North East review, not a technical review. Would you like us to upload some of them? Yes, they're going back like over a year. And a few people go, oh, you've uploaded old stuff there, Dan. Well, does that offend anybody? Does it have to be stuff from right now? Like a weekly vlog from 2 years ago, does it matter from 2 years ago today? Like, clearly when I'm talking about a car that you know I don't own anymore, you just got to just dismiss that. It's like when you've seen a film before, will you never watch it again? But you wouldn't even be watching it again because it's something you haven't seen. It's just from the past, you know? I've got loads of stuff backed up. I'm trying to get out that sun. Would you like to see some of that? If you do, let us know. Please, leave a comment below. It'd be great to find out. But anyways, I'll catch you all soon. I want to get home. I want to get me tea. And I'm stuck over here at Blythe. Catch you soon, guys.